morning guys, I hope you're all doing very well and welcome to a new video on my YouTube channel. Today is going to be one of those days we all need to do for ourselves once in a while. It's going to be a self-care day. One of the things I truly believe in is that we all need a moment of me time and self-care once in a while. And I don't know about you guys, but I used to have quite a hard time allowing myself a day off, allowing myself to have some scheduled me time or self-care time, because I felt like I didn't deserve it. I felt like I didn't work hard enough. I felt like I didn't study enough. I just felt like I didn't deserve that moment of peace and rest until my complete to-do list was checked off. And sometimes those to-do lists were just completely and utterly unrealistic to ever finish, and I would never give myself some time off. And I think that is very unhealthy, and it can cause us to feel anxious, stressed, burned out, depressed. I think it's very important to schedule in some self-time. So that is what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to take you with me on my day of self-care, which will be a combination of my favorite products and rituals that I like to do, as well as focusing more on my mind and my mental state, if that makes sense. I think self-care is a combination between physically taking care of your body, but also mentally taking care of your mind. So I'm going to show you the things that I like to do, and hopefully this will inspire you to take a day off as well, because I know you guys are all such hard workers, and I'm really proud of you guys for achieving your dreams, going after them, because it's not easy. And sometimes the best thing that you can do in order to go forward is to take a step back and give yourself some love. So that's what we're going to do today. Right now I'm actually in Joshua Tree, super exciting. Also, my skin has been looking pretty great, so I'm going to be showing you what I've been using for my skin. But first we're going to start off with a yoga session on the patio. So let's get started. After yoga, it's time to take a shower, and I've been completely obsessed with this outdoor shower that our Airbnb has. Not only was it super hot in Joshua Tree, so you definitely needed a way to refresh, it's also very cool to take a shower outside and to enjoy the beautiful view of Joshua Tree. I really take my time in the shower to create a relaxing ritual by washing my body with my favorite body soap, using my favorite scrub to remove all dead skin cells, and also shaving. I don't know about you guys, but I definitely need to shave my body quite often because your girl has a lot of hair. But shaving can get quite expensive, and that is why I've been loving using this new body care brand called Flamingo. This part of the video is sponsored by Flamingo. Flamingo makes high quality, effective products for women with hair, aka all of us. And I've been using their razor. Flamingo is just $2.25 per cartridge, and other blades can be so much more expensive. And I've been trying out their Bear Bundle, which is a collection of their best-selling hair removal products that make me feel super smooth after I take a shower. So you can get the Flamingo's Bear Bundle, aka everything I showed in this video, for just $24 with free shipping. So you're saving 25%. All you have to do is go to shopflamingo.com/Lily. You can find this link in the description box down below, and you will get this great deal. So thanks again, Flamingo, for sponsoring today's video. So guys, I'm feeling all refreshed after the outdoor shower that I just took, and honestly this Airbnb is amazing. The fact that we have such a beautiful view and then also an outdoor shower just blows my mind. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take care of my skin. I'm going to apply a face mask, and while I have my face mask on, I'm going to enjoy reading a book because yeah, that's one of my favorite things to do. And now that I don't have the pressure of reading like 300 pages minimum a week, sometimes a day, I don't read as much anymore as I did in law school, so I like to push myself and do continue reading and educating myself. So let's apply a face mask. So the face mask that I'm going to be using is this Rodin and Fields Unblemished Clarifying Face Mask. Looks like this, and my skin has been pretty clear, as you can hopefully tell from the video. Yeah, this is the inside, by the way. It's a clay mask, so that is already great, but I do have a little bit of imperfections left, so I'm going to apply that on my face and then relax. After I'm done reading my book, it's time to remove my face mask and continue with my skincare routine as well as getting ready for the day. Doing is self-tanning. Now, a lot of you guys have been asking me about my self-tan routine, and my self-tan routine is actually super easy. I make sure that I exfoliate my body before I apply my self-tan in the shower. I've been using the Saint-Tropez Purity line as my self-tan, and this is honestly the best smelling but also most natural looking tan I've ever tried. Your tan looks super natural, and yeah, I've been doing this once or twice a week. After I got ready, it is time to do some mental self-care. One of the things I always recommend doing is writing in my journal. This is honestly so calming for my mind, and I'm the type of person that can get stressed quite easily, so I love writing down my thoughts. I also always plan out my days, even if I have a little bit of a chill day or a self-care routine day like today. I do like to stay organized, and as always, I use the Supplied by Lily Lifestyle Desk Planner in order to schedule out my days and my weeks. Joshua Tree, listening to some records and taking a walk outside. When one is in Joshua Tree, one has to be outside as much as possible. Video, and I really hope you enjoyed hopefully learning a little bit more about how I use my self-care routine in order to feel more productive and motivated. I personally think that me time and self-care is such an empowering tool that we all have, and I think we should stop feeling guilty spending some time on ourselves and, you know, only thinking about our career, only thinking about our study goals or personal goals. Sometimes it is important to take a step back and to really focus on yourself, on your physical shape, and also on your mental shape. So I hope that I can kind of inspire you guys to also take a moment to do that. I want to emphasize that everyone's self-care routine can be completely different, and I'm not telling you guys to do exactly what I did. I just think it is important to make a distinction between self-care that focuses on your body and your physical health and self-care that focuses more on your mind and your mental health. Obviously, self-care and, you know, recommending great products that work for me is something that I love doing, but I also want to show you guys that self-care is not necessarily only found in a bottle, if that makes sense. So for me, taking the time to read a book, and I personally don't really read like motivational books that much. I love reading novels and literature. So, you know, I don't even mean that you have to read The Secret or a book like that. I think it's, you know, for me, it's already self-care if I just read a book that I actually really enjoy, which can just be a novel, if that makes sense, because I can still tap into that and learn some things about my own life and reflect on my own life, which I find so valuable. And I love having to make those steps myself rather than just reading a book that already writes all that down, if that makes sense. And also, especially since I'm here in Joshua Tree, I love being in nature. I think that is something that maybe people don't really know about me, but I actually, ever since I was a little girl until I was 16, spent 6 weeks, which was the whole summer vacation in the Netherlands, in Russia, at my grandmother's, officially it was a city, I guess, but it's literally a town, it's super small, and she was living actually in a nature reserve. So I spent all my days outdoors, climbing trees, catching fish. I mean, I'm vegetarian now, so I wouldn't do that anymore, but when I was little I did that. And yeah, it was just so amazing to be so in touch with nature, and that's why I also really love going back here to Joshua Tree, because it's just such a beautiful, magical place. So that's definitely a thing I love doing for my self-care routine. And last but not least, I love to be in touch with my own emotions and my own feelings. And you guys know I love to write in my diary. For me, YouTube is kind of like my visual diary too. So I make sure that I write down as much as I can. That's how I started blogging. So I would highly recommend you guys to write down whatever you want, whatever you feel. And also don't feel this pressure to write down like 20 pages. It's totally fine if you write down 3 sentences. That's like, I noticed kind of a mental block for me. Whenever I wanted to start a diary when I was younger, I always felt like, but I don't know if I can write enough to fill it up, you know? Like, I only want to write 3 things. The point is to find a way to deal with your emotions, which, you know, sometimes it can be hard to talk to someone. Sometimes we are not in the mood to talk about it, to be open about it. And if you write it down, not only do you feel like you have a way to deal with your emotions, but you can also process them better. When I write something down, it actually makes me think about it differently than if I would just think about it in my head, if that makes sense. So that's definitely also a thing that I really like to do when it comes to the mental part of self-care. And yeah, I just really hope you enjoyed this video. It's a little bit of a different format, but nonetheless, I hope you found it helpful. If you're interested in any of the things that I showed you guys, the clothes that I'm wearing, as well as all the products, because I know a lot of you guys were interested in my skincare routine, in my shaving routine, in my self-care routine. Yeah, all those things will all be linked in the description box down below. So yeah, without further ado, I'm going to end this video right now. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will talk to you very, very soon in a new video. Bye, guys!